What's up guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we got a new episode of Travel Rewards Weekly What's New, where we're going to cover all the things happening in the points and miles space over the last week. Let's jump in. First off, for new sign-up bonuses, there was only one this week, and that is from American Airlines on their City Advantage business card. It has increased their sign-up bonus to 75,000 miles. It's a pretty decent offer. If you were looking at getting the business card, I would definitely get it when it's elevated, rather than when it's not, because you get more points. Other than that, it's an okay card. You can obviously use it if you do fly American Airlines a lot, especially that 75,000 mile bonus. That would be great to add to your collection of American Airlines miles. That can get you pretty far in the world, and I think it's a solid offer to jump on if you're looking at getting that card, or you needed to get more American Airlines miles. While Citi did raise that sign-up bonus, they quietly did elevate the Citi Strata Premier's sign-up bonus from 75,000 points to 65,000 points. It seems like this is going to be the standard sign-up bonus from now on, which is kind of unfortunate that 65,000 instead of 75,000. Still, it's a solid offer. When it was at 75,000 points, it's probably a little bit better than the Sapphire Preferred, just because you can get a lot of value out of those points, because Citi has some solid transfer options. Because it's Citi, I don't know if you want to jump on it, and then now that, especially since it's lowered, you might want to wait until they elevate it to 75, hopefully 85, maybe they do a 100,000 point offer down the road. Next up on the list, not a lot of news this week. One thing that's been in and out of the news, and I thought I figured I'd cover it once there's some more development on it, is that the Capital One acquisition of Discover is seemingly to be happening. I think the DOJ allowed them to go through. I think it's still got to clear probably a lot of other stuff. But it looks like they are going to be combining together into one company. It'll be really interesting to see how that works out for Capital One and Discover, especially for the cards. For the cards, I think it'll be interesting. Will Capital One switch to the Discover network? Will they rename the Discover network to the Capital One network? Will they do cards like AmEx does? What are they going to do with all this? It'll be really interesting to see how they plan this out and what happens over the next couple years with this. That's something I'll definitely keep an eye on and update you as we go along. Lastly on the news, like I said, not much this week. The Amex Platinum had some enhancements, and that's what they call them, but I don't think they're enhancements. It's just another way to show you a devaluation in the value of the card. The changes were to the Adobe and Dell credit, and the Indeed credit is staying the same. For the Adobe credit, you'll earn a $250 statement credit after $600 spent annually. So instead of getting the statement credit automatically, you're going to have to spend to get that. That is an increase of $100 to the Adobe credit, but you have to spend $600 to get it. So are you really getting more value out of the credit because you now have to spend $600 to get the $250, or are you really getting more value out of the $150 that you could just get for free without having to spend more than $150? The second enhancement was to the Dell credit, and this credit is going to go from a $200 biannual credit to a annual $150 credit plus a $1,000 bonus credit if you spend $5,000 or more on Dell purchases in a year. Overall, same thing. You used to be able to get $400 from Dell right off the bat. You didn't have to spend a penny more than $400 to get $400 in value from Dell. Now that dropped down to $150, but they added that $1,000 back after $5,000 in purchases. I do think this is a give and take. I did like the $200 Dell credit because every once in a while I did need to get a camera or a speaker or something like that where I could just use the Dell credit, and that would be great for me. Now that the credit's a little bit less, I don't think I will keep the card. I wasn't thinking about keeping the card anyways, the annual fee is too high. But on the opposite side, I think this is very valuable for those that do spend with Dell a lot. A lot of the times they do offer some other type of Amex offer with Dell, so if you can combine this $1,000 back after $5,000 spent, and then maybe a 10 or 15% cash back on Dell purchases from their Amex offers, plus Rakuten, you can get a really solid deal for $5,000 purchase. That being said, it's a $5,000 purchase. I don't think a lot of people are making those with Dell outside of businesses, so if you are a business that does use the Amex Platinum and you do buy a lot from Dell, this is going to be a really good enhancement to you. You're going to save another $1,000. Honestly, a solid way to get a $1,000 back, but for those that don't spend on that $5,000, towards Dell a year, you're going to be losing about $250 in value from your Dell credit. So far, those are pretty much the only enhancements, plus the $200 Hilton credit that came a few months back on the AmEx Platinum. I'm wondering what else they're going to be changing. I know that they had expiration dates for last year, and then now that expiration date moved till July 1st this year. That's when these enhancements are going to be enacted. But I wonder if they're going to do anything else to the credits. Wonder if they're going to increase the annual fee, maybe increase the sub. Who knows? We'll see. I'll let you know. Wrapping things up, what do you think though? What do you think of the American Airlines business card sign-up bonus? What do you think of the Capital One and Discover acquisition? What do you think of the Amex Platinum enhancements? Do you think they're really enhancements, or do you think that's just another way to devalue the card with giving you more value after you spend a lot more? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.